I live in a quiet suburb in Ohio, the kind of place where the loudest thing at night is a sprinkler shutting off. Nothing weird ever happens here. So when my phone buzzed at 3:13 a.m. with a motion alert, I barely glanced at it. Raccoon, stray dog, wind. But the moment the camera feed opened, my breath locked in my throat. A girl stood under the streetlight across the road, barefoot, drenched, mud streaking her shirt as if she'd crawled out from somewhere dark. Her hair hung forward, covering her entire face. Her arms hung too, not relaxed but dangling, loose and wrong, like they didn't belong to her body. She didn't move. Then her head snapped sideways once, twice, 3 times. Each jerk so sharp it looked like her spine might crack. The screen abruptly burst into static. Sound, violent, glitching pop. When the feed returned, the street was empty. But the angle of the grass, the shadow on the driveway, something felt different. Like she had stepped closer, just outside the frame. I didn't sleep the next night. Didn't even pretend to. At 2:57 a.m., the phone lit up again. Motion detected. I tapped the feed with shaking fingers. She was back. This time at the end of my driveway, closer than before, soaked clothes clinging to her like second skin. Her head was lowered, hair dripping in long, wet strands. Slowly, she raised one hand, palm toward the camera, not waving, not reaching, a warning, a silent stop. Before I could react, my phone buzzed again. Backyard camera. I opened it. Same girl, same soaked hair, same outstretched hand. But that camera looked out behind the house. She was in both places. My heartbeat crawled up into my throat. This wasn't a prank. This wasn't a trespasser. Whatever she wasn't following rules I understood. In the morning, I told my neighbor. Half joking at first, half trying to convince myself I'd imagined it. He didn't laugh. His face drained instantly. "You saw her?" He told me about an old story, something kids used to whisper at bonfires. A girl who drowned in the marsh decades ago. Some said she slipped. Some said she was pushed. Others said the marsh pulled her under like it had hands. People claimed she appeared on cameras, never in person, always drenched, always silent. And worst of all, he said, "Whoa, if she's far away, you're fine. If she starts getting closer, you need to get out." I forced a laugh, brushing it off as local folklore and camera glitches. But that night, when darkness settled, I didn't feel safe in my own house. At 3:08 a.m., another motion alert. Front door camera. My stomach dropped before I even opened it. She was there, inches from the lens. Her hair brushed the microphone. Her wet breath fogged the tiny speaker. Sound. Garbled, bubbling inhalation, like someone breathing underwater. Then her head snapped upward so hard it slammed into the camera. The feed flickered. For a split second, less, her face appeared, eyes too large, black, reflective, like staring into a well with no bottom. Her mouth hung open, too wide, too stretched, too hungry. Then, every camera in the house activated at once. Kitchen, hallway, garage, living room, feed after feed, showed nothing. Until the last one. Bedroom camera. She was inside, standing at the foot of my bed, and I could see myself sleeping in that bed. I felt something cold slide along my ankle, wet, small, searching. I bolted upright, stumbled out of the room, and slammed the door behind me. My bare feet slapped the floor as I sprinted down the hallway, every step echoing like the house was hollow. I burst into the freezing night air and called the police from my driveway, shaking so hard the phone nearly fell from my hands. They didn't believe me until they went inside. Wet footprints, little ones, trailing from my bedroom to the pull-down attic ladder. But when they climbed up, the attic was bone dry. Dust undisturbed. Not a single footprint. One officer came down slowly, face pale. "She's not up there," he said softly. Then he nodded toward my phone. "She's in that." I packed a bag and left before sunrise. Didn't even lock the door. I moved 3 states away. New phone, new Wi-Fi, no cameras, no devices that could watch or record. For a month, everything felt normal. Then last night at 3:11 a.m., my screen lit up. A notification I'd never seen in my life. Unknown device. Linked. Motion detected. I didn't own any cameras. Still, I opened the feed. At first, it was just blackness. Then a wet footprint appeared, right in the center of the frame. Then another. And another. Each step echoing like someone walking across waterlogged concrete. Slowly, a face emerged from the dark. Her face, but her hair was pulled back this time, deliberate, intentional, as if she wanted nothing to hide. She smiled. Her teeth were wrong. Rows of them, layered like a shark's, glistening in the dim light. In a voice like someone speaking while drowning at the same time, she whispered, "You ran. But I'm always in your cameras." The feed snapped to static, and then my screen shut off on its own.